So now that myself as the tester has looked at Lebo's diagnostic ESSI spelling test, right, we can see that she started off the test pretty well. Okay, all right, but we can see that her first error began at number 7 with the word full. So instead of spelling full, right, she spelled the word full. Right, so again, we're already having an indication that she is making more phonetic spelling errors, which means that she is relying more on her auditory skills to try and spell the word according to how she hears the word from myself, meaning that her visual memory needs a lot more stimulation in the classroom, which indicates that the teacher needs to devise particular learning strategies and to be put into place into the classroom environment where the visual memory is stimulated when doing certain spelling activities. Okay, so we've reached 7 consecutive errors, as you can see, and this shows us that this is where we need to discontinue the spelling part of the diagnostic ESSI spelling test, which means that her screening test, which we initially did, correlates or indicates that the findings in her grade 3 spelling test are identical to that of the findings in her screening test, which means that what we can deduce from this is that Lebo is currently spelling at a grade 3 level, and she therefore needs to, at this point, be spelling at a grade 5 level. So we then worked out the scores. The scoring guidelines are also in the manual of the ESSI diagnostic spelling and reading test. All right. So what we figured out is that she managed to get 6 out of 20 words correctly, spelling words correctly. So what we need to do is now to figure out where she is sitting according to her spelling ability. So then we will give you more of a guideline in terms of how to work these scorings. But for the meantime of being, since Lebo is in grade 5, I've referred to page 24 of the manual, which will allow me to score her spelling test accurately for me to get an indication of her current spelling ability. So on page 24 looks at grade 5 spelling and grade 5 reading. Since we are only doing the spelling test at the moment, I've referred to the grade 5 spelling test table, all right, and I've managed to work out a score according to the current term that she is at the school environment, which is at the second term, just as an example. So if she managed to get 6 words out of 20, I first go to the raw score section for her spelling words and find 6, all right, in the second term, as she is currently in the second term of her schooling. When I find the score, I go straight down and I've managed to get her stay 9, which is a stay 9 of 3 and a percentile rank of 23. So we need these particular scores in order for us to now determine where she falls according to the curve, hence the population of grade 5 learners and their current spelling ability. So currently her spelling ability indicates that she is, sorry, let me just have a look here. So her current spelling ability is less than 78% of the grade 5 learners, meaning that if we use a normal bell distribution curve, we can see that your average learners would be falling into this section. So for us to locate where Lebo's current spelling ability is that she would fall under the 20% section, which means that her spelling ability is not so good, and therefore she requires a lot more intervention strategies in order to address this particular gap in her spelling ability. I hope this makes sense.